Now we're going to get into working with GPIO pins and seeing really how Raspberry Pi could be interfaced with external peripherals and sensors, and this is what really makes Raspberry Pi pretty interesting and where you can make some cool, fun, and exciting projects. But before we get going, let's talk a little bit about the standard Raspberry Pi components that you will need for the next series of mini projects where we will be working with GPIO pins. The components are the standard set of equipment that we've seen before, so you will need a Raspberry Pi 3 or any other version of Raspberry Pi that you may have, an SD card which was flashed with the Raspbian OS, and if you had followed along in the previous lectures we would have seen how to accomplish this, a USB keyboard and mouse, a monitor, or alternatively, if you have set up connecting remotely to your Raspberry Pi, you can do that. An HDMI cable if you're connecting to a monitor, or alternatively, an HDMI to VGA adapter if you're using a VGA monitor, and finally a 5-volt power supply. So these are the standard set of components that you would need when you're working with Raspberry Pi, and we'll be using them with the GPIO pin projects as we go along.